Welcome to wearefalse.co, the place where we go against the grain. Today, we're diving into something that's probably happened to you, something that feels impossible. We're talking about déjà vu. Is it some kind of supernatural sign, a glitch in reality? Or is it something way more fascinating happening inside your own head? Let's get into it.
You know the feeling, right? It's got to be one of the weirdest things a person can experience. That sudden, totally overwhelming feeling that this exact moment, it's already happened. You know it hasn't, logically, but man, you just can't shake it.
So, picture this. You're in a city you've never visited before. You wander into some random cafe and bam, it hits you. The way the light is coming through the window, the smell of the coffee, you feel, with this weird certainty, that you've been right here, in this exact spot before. It's a little bit chilling, right?
Well, if you felt that, you are definitely not alone, not even close. According to our source, something like 97% of people have experienced déjà vu. So no, it's not some rare, strange thing. It's practically a universal human experience.
For, literally centuries, we've been trying to explain this bizarre feeling. And because it's so weird, the explanations have often gone to some pretty wild places. Mystical, supernatural, you name it. Let's take a look at some of the big ones.
Yeah, the spiritual theories are all over the place. Some folks think it's a quick flash from a past life. Others see it as a sign from the universe, like, yep, you're on the right track. And then there's this really cool idea of déjà rêvé, which means already dreamed, the sense that you literally saw this moment in a dream once.
And then, of course, you've got the one we all know, the one that's basically become a meme for this exact feeling, the idea that reality itself just bugged out for a second and you saw it happen. It's a great movie moment, for sure. But neuroscientists, well, they have an explanation that's way more grounded. And honestly, it's even more amazing.
So let's make the jump, right? From myths to the actual science. We're going to pivot from glitches in the universe to a tiny, super fast glitch happening right inside your brain's own wiring.
Honestly, the best and most memorable way I've heard it described is that déjà vu is basically a harmless brain fart. And that's the key thing here. It's not a message from another dimension. It's just a momentary hiccup in how your brain is processing the world.
So how does this little hiccup actually work? Well, scientists have two leading theories. The first is called dual processing. The idea is that two brain signals that are supposed to arrive at the same time get out of sync by just a millisecond. Your brain misreads that tiny delay as two separate events, one happening now and one that feels like an old memory. The other idea is split perception. This can happen when you're distracted. Your brain kind of sees a room out of the corner of your eye subconsciously, and then when you turn and actually look at it a second later, it feels familiar because, well, you kind of already saw it.
Here's a great way to think about that dual processing theory. Imagine you're watching a movie, but the sound is just a tiny fraction of a second off from the video. It's all the right information, but that timing mismatch just feels wrong, unsettling. That's a perfect analogy for what your brain is going through during déjà vu.
Okay, but here is where the whole story flips on its head. This is the part that goes against what you probably think. What if this glitch, this brain fart, isn't a problem at all? What if it's actually a sign that your brain is working perfectly?
And this is the absolute key. Researchers now think that the weird, uncanny feeling of déjà vu isn't the memory mistake happening. No, it's the feeling of your brain's fact-checking systems catching the mistake as it happens. You are literally experiencing your brain's quality control system doing its job.
So here's how it goes down in your head, step by step. First, your temporal lobe, which handles memory, accidentally fires off a faulty signal that says, hey, this is familiar. But then, immediately, your frontal lobes, the brain's executive decision maker, jump in and say, whoa, hold on, we've got no actual memories of this place. That internal argument, that conflict, that is the feeling of déjà vu.
To put it in today's terms, it's like your brain has its own internal fact checker. It sees a piece of fake news, a faulty memory signal, and flags it as incorrect in real time before you can actually believe it. It's a sign that your reality testing is working exactly as it should. How cool is that?
Now, for pretty much all of us, this is all it is, a fascinating, harmless brain quirk. But it is important to know the difference between a normal little glitch and something that could be a warning sign. And I want to be super clear, this is completely normal. While that huge 97% number might have felt it once, studies show around 60 to 70% of healthy people get it from time to time. It actually peaks when you're between 15 and 25. And things like being tired or stressed can make it happen more often, which makes sense, since that can mess with your brain's timing a little.
But there are a few red flags. You might want to chat with a doctor if it starts happening really often, like a few times a month, or if the feeling lasts for more than just a few seconds. And especially if it comes with feeling genuinely confused, losing track of where you are, or seeing things that aren't there. Because sometimes that can be linked to things like temporal lobe epilepsy.
But again, for the vast majority of us, the next time that strange feeling washes over you, just smile. It's not a glitch in the matrix. It's just a quick, harmless misfire and an absolutely incredible reminder of the complex, self-correcting machine you've got running things upstairs.
So the next time it happens, you can actually appreciate it for what it really is, a sign that your brain is on the ball. And that leaves you with a really interesting question, doesn't it? What other weird feelings or mental glitches that we all experience might just be our healthy brains hard at work? Something to think about.